Okay, we need that. That first picture that you saw was Alyeska, Alaska, on the top of Five Glaciers restaurant. Just doing a little visualization. I'm not sure what you pushed to blank out the whole screen. Okay. This is from the top of a volcano in Hawaii. How many of you have never been to Hawaii before? Put it on your list, please. This is Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. Who's never been there? Guys, put it on your list. Music up, please. This is the Hearst Castle. It's the largest castle in the United States. This is one of his pools. Everything flown in from Rome. How many of you guys have never seen the Hearst Castle before in California? Guys, put it on your list. This is sitting on top of the Green Monster in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm not a Red Sox fan, but I'm a baseball fan. And this is something that you have to do if you're a baseball fan. How many of you guys are baseball fans out there? Put this on your list. This is with Ashley here, my brothers. We're going on a canopy tour through the Jamaican little jungle there, where you zip line through the rainforest. How many of you guys have never zip lined through the rainforest? Guys, put it on your list. The name of this song is Dreaming, by the way. If you're multi-talented, listen to the words, a little bit of the song in this as well. Times Square, New York, with Mr. Mullen back there. Who's never been to Times Square? Guys, put it on your list. This is me and my buddies getting arrested. Now, this is Alcatraz. Who's never been to Alcatraz before? Put it on the list, guys. This is Wine Glass Bay, Tasmania, top 10 beaches of the world. Guys, how many of you have never been? How many of you have never heard of Tasmania? Put it on your list, please. Look at my T-shirt. Isn't that perfect? This is myself and Ashley watching a storm roll in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Who's never been to Ocho Rios, Jamaica? Put it on your list, guys. This is running and jumping off a 2-story boat for no apparently good reason, other than it felt like something fun to do at a moment. This is backstage with the owner of Success Inc. at Jim Rome's memorial service. This is Mardi Gras, the one down in New Orleans. Some of you guys have never been to New Orleans on Mardi Gras. I don't recommend it more than one time. I'll put it on the list. This is actually Paris. That's not Las Vegas. And that's the Eiffel Tower. How many of you guys have never been to the Eiffel Tower before? Guys, put it on your list. This is represents part of that giving section. I flew my grandparents, all of them, out to San Jose, California. They'd never been to California. We drove all the way down the Pacific Coast Highway, all the way down to San Diego. And in San Diego, there's an area called Soledad Mountain. And on top of Soledad Mountain is a cross. And that cross is a memorial for veterans. And both of my grandfathers were in World War II. These are the two of them right here. So I got the memorial and surprised them. When they got there, they didn't know it was going to be there. Very cool thing. This is just renting an orange Camaro, taking Daisy Dukes on the back roads. You gotta find your own 2-lane road, guys, and just drive sometimes. This is a hand tram. I reckon that you guys have some hand trams out here in Alaska. A hand tram is like a little box, and you get in the box. And you start to pull yourself across the gigantic gorge with the river underneath. This is what it looks like below your feet. The scariest thing that I've ever done. How many of you guys have never been on a hand tram? At least once, guys. Put it on your list. This is Ashley and I at Portage Glacier. And she took a picture of me, catching the glaciers that came down the mountain. I know we are in Alaska, but how many of you have never personally been close to or seen a glacier up front? It's stunning. You have to see one. This is a walk in the park in Germany. Who's never been to Germany before? Guys, get it done. Put it on your list. Oh, how did that get in there? How dare? Come on, really? I can't believe you told them. Okay, this is the world's steepest train. It's a 37-degree angle. takes you into the heart of the Blue Mountains, which is in Australia, Australia's Grand Canyon. This represents two things. Number one, a couple of our vehicles. Someone said a Porsche, someone said a Maserati, someone said a BMW. This is also the cover of my book. How many of you guys have ever had a desire to write a book? Put that on your wish list or your list, guys. This was unbelievable. It's one thing to see the Opera House, but it's another thing to walk up there and see it for the first time with a rainbow on top. Unbelievable. Sydney, Australia. How many of you have never been to Sydney, Australia? Guys, put it on your list. This represents our home in Miami, South Beach. We live on Palm Island, and this is the view from our porch to Miami. This is my other home in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Ashley calls it the bachelor pad. Let me tell you about this place. A buddy of mine bought a 100-year-old high school, converted it into modern living. What you're staring at right now is the auditorium. This right here is the stage, all the way across where the students used to do the plays and the recitals for the high school. Back here is my basketball court. This is my 18-foot bar in the kitchen. Then the lobby with a private elevator. It's the largest penthouse in Grand Rapids. There's only two rules. Rule number one is you must wear shoes. Rule number two is you must throw balls in the house. My whole life growing up, I had two rules. No shoes and you can't throw balls in the house. You know what my mom say? Just wait till you get your own house. Fine, Mom. We played basketball in my kitchen. How many of you guys love music? Concerts. Number one concert I've ever been to. Midnight, 103 degrees, Coachella, Palm Springs, California. The 7-year reunion after the breakup. First time playing together, Rage Against the Machine. It was crazy. This was Outside Lands. We had a chance to go there together. Those are Ashley's pink sunglasses. And we had a chance to see Pearl Jam. We had a chance to see Dave Matthews Band. We had a chance to see Incubus. We had a chance to see Black Eyed Peas and many others all on the same weekend. This was part of that charity piece on your list, guys. This was me donating $2,300 to children in order to get a guitar of my favorite band signed and autographed that day, Pearl Jam. This was a trip to the Louvre. Who's never seen the Mona Lisa before? Guys, put the Louvre on your list. This represents something completely different. Not only is it Disneyland, land is LA, Disney World. Who's never been to Disney World, by the way? Guys, get that done. This also represents, I believe that every child should lock their parents in a stockade at least one time. At least once. This is riding the dolphins. Anyone ever rode the dolphins before or not rode the dolphins? Who's never rode the dolphins? Guys, put it on your list. This was craziness. I know you guys are hockey fans up here, and football fans down in the States, but the rest of the world, what's the sport? Soccer. I happened to be in Italy on Lido Beach the night that Italy won the World Cup. You talk about craziness breaking out. I didn't even know what a World Cup was, and I'll tell you what, these guys, this was a bunch of Italians, I mean, I'm Italian, but I'm not this crazy, hijacking a shipping truck, standing on top of it and inside of it, the driver's just driving down the road, drinking a beer, waving the Italian flag. This was my taxi ride from Wasilla, Alaska to Anchorage, Alaska to get from one presentation to the next. On the way, we decided to stop at a glacier. Guys, this is the stuff that you will do in this business. This is myself and Ashley finding out 2 minutes after that we were officially promoted to 5-star ambassador. This was that moment. Somebody caught it on a photo. Someone's going to capture the moment as well, guys. I promise you. This was the top of the Sugarloaf, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Who's never been to Rio? Guys, you'll be there. This was my favorite bridge. It's called Big Sur Bridge. It's in Big Sur, California. How many of you have never driven the PCH in Big Sur, California? People come from all around the world to drive that 37 miles. It takes a couple hours. You have to see it. This is a sunset in Puerto Rico, the Sistine Chapel, the Vatican, excuse me. This was Verona, outdoor amphitheater. 5,000 people in a 2,000-year-old Colosseum. No microphones, just the sky and the stars above and people's voices filling that entire 2,000-year-old structure. This is the Space Needle in Seattle, but you got to design your life, guys. 4th of July, I want to see the fireworks from the Space Needle. This is the top of the bridge in Sydney that we climbed. This was my 10-year reunion. When I was 19 years old, guess what someone asked me? They said, write down your dreams and your goals. I sat in a room just like this and I declared that when I was 28, 9 years later, I would pay for my 10-year reunion. I got a call. They said, hey, 10-year reunion's here. It's $60 a couple. 10-year reunion's here. I said, how much is it? They said, $60 a couple. I said, no, how much is it? They said, what do you mean? I said, for everything. I will pay for the entire reunion. And sure enough, guys, check that goal off. I had a chance to throw my 10-year reunion. Guys, this stuff doesn't happen on accidents. You got to write it down. Feeding a giraffe in the wild park. Taking a cruise with Blake down to Cabo San Lucas. This was Christmas in Tasmania. That's called a Tasmanian Christmas tree. You might ask what we were wearing. The answer is nothing. We literally found, just driving around in Tasmania, a deserted beach. White sand, blue water, and just us to have our Christmas picnic. This is Duomo in Italy. This is elephant seals with Blake. Anyone know what an elephant is? Anyone know what a seal is? Combine that. That's a 1,500-pound elephant seal. What you don't see are the giant signs that say, do not climb this wall or you will be prosecuted. Blake talked me into it. This represents our reality series, the pyramid thing that we're talking about. This was my mom's get out of job jail free card when I retired her 3 years ago. How many of you guys want to retire your mom? Coliseum, right guys? Man, 70,000 people, 2,000-year-old structure. You'll get goosebumps just standing in there. Almost done. This is the Galleria in Milan, Italy. This was the first time that I'd ever seen a glacier. I was floored. You can tell how floored I was. My pant leg is tucked into my sock. So I was literally walking around like this in a 360, taking it all in. Now I'm from Michigan and I know ice, so I run right out to the middle of the lake. And what it was is the glacier had been melting, made a lake, and these little icicles were freezing, and they're the size of one of these. 8 feet by 6 feet. And I said, hey, what are these? And the guy said, the pieces of the glacier that had broken off, floated into the water, and then frozen during the winter. He said, it's sad because every time one of these breaks off, it's just another piece of that glacier gone until eventually there will be no glacier. And immediately I had an aha moment that glacier is a lot like all of our lives, that every second pass is just a piece of us that we cannot get back. Once it's gone, and we have to live for today, and we have to create these moments now. And what we have here with ourselves is an opportunity to do that. This is the pyramids in Egypt. I walked up, I said, man, and I know it's illegal, I said, man, I would love to climb one of these. The tour guide looks to the right, he looks it up, he says, $100 American. I am the Michael Jackson of tour guides. I said I wouldn't tell people that part, but I give them $100, all the police walk away, boom, I'm 100 meters up a 5,000-year-old structure. You have to go up backwards, brick by brick, because each one's this high, 300 feet in the air. Guys, your life does not happen by accident. You have to create it. This is the view from the top. It's a lot better because there's very few people willing to do the work to get there. This is the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. I'm walking down the street, 6 lanes of traffic, 3 to the left, 3 to the right. And I'm looking at that sunset. I'm like, this is interesting. It's coming. Man, it's coming. I wonder if it's going to happen. I start running through traffic, cars going on the left, cars going on the right, people yelling things in French that don't sound very nice, fingers being waved at me, and not many of them. But it didn't matter. I was going to do it no matter what because I was not going to miss my shot because you may only have one time in your life to take that shot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your one time. You're going to have traffic. People are going to say things. People are going to derail you. They're going to yell at you. They're going to tell you you're crazy. Make it through traffic and take that shot. You have it in you. You have the ability. I know you do. Before we wrap up with introducing our ambassadors, I want to close out. If you guys could do me a favor, get comfortable for a second. Set your stuff on the ground. How many of you guys are going to go out there and create a live list after seeing that? Anyone going to go out there and create a live list? I truly believe that there is nothing more rewarding to us than 10 years from now, slide decks like this playing all around the world in 50 different languages of people showing their moments. And I want that for every single one of you guys in this room. So do me a favor for a moment. Tim, skip to the last song if you can. And I want everybody to do me a favor. Just close your eyes. And if you don't want to go through this process, just close your eyes. Otherwise I'll be staring at you and it's kind of weird. And just take a little nap if you're not interested for the rest of you guys. Let me take you on a tour. I want you guys to take a deep, deep breath. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Just relax. Take another really deep breath. I want you guys to imagine that you wake up in your dream home. I want you guys to look around that dream home, that bedroom. What do you see? Who's in that room with you? I want you to walk over to the curtains, the blinds. I want you to pull them back. I want you to look out that window. What do you see? I want you to look to the left. Look all the way to the right. Take it all in. I want you guys to walk down those stairs. Walk into your garage. Scan from left to right. Once you get into that car that you feel like driving today, I want you to go for a drive down your favorite stretch of road. There's no cars, just you, that person that's in that car with you, that music playing your favorite song. To roll down the windows or maybe the tops down, it's different for everybody. Go a little bit faster. Hair's blowing in the wind. How does that feel? How does it feel to know that you're creating your life? That you're creating your live list? You pull up to your destination, you get out of your car. Where are you right now? Who do you see? I want you to walk in a 360 where you're standing right now. Just stare at the sky, take it all in. Enjoy it. Imagine for a moment that you've accomplished all of the things that you set out to accomplish. How does that feel? I want you guys to fast forward to the national convention of your choice. And you're in the back of the room, and there's a slideshow playing on the stage, and it's all the pictures of your life. Your song of inspiration is playing. as they call your name to the front of the room, and thousands of people, they stand up and they cheer for you with a standing ovation. You walk to the front of that stage high-fiving thousands of people. You get to the stage. Who do you see on that stage with you? Your family, your friends, your significant other. You hug them, you kiss them. You turn around and you see thousands of eyes staring at you, all clapping. You tell your story. You tell them everything that you had to overcome. You tell them about the ups and the downs and the obstacles and everything that you got and that got your way. All of you deserve the shot to tell your story. You look at your team and they're crying and you're crying, and you make a silent commitment that you're going to get them there with you no matter what. You finish your story. You get your final standing ovation. Triumph overwhelms you. You did it. You made it happen. Now you will go inspire other people to do the same thing that you just did. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You are all ambassadors. Give yourselves a big, big, big round of applause, please. Thank you guys for your time today. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you guys.